Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to our second episode of SPM Biology. So today we are solving SPM paper 2019, paper 14551, paper 1. So by the way, before we kick things started, okay, so this video is sponsored by CHER Malaysia. So CHER aims to empowering study, so empowering learning, so everyone can learn in a very fun, enjoyable manner. So we want to make learning as fun as possible for you guys. Okay, at the same time, this video is also sponsored by VBAS Malaysia. So VBAS Malaysia is an education group. So we are providing tutorial classes for all different level students from primary, secondary, all the way until tertiary learning. Okay, so if you are interested about us, feel free to check them out. Okay, the link is attached below. So without further ado, let's go back to our SPM Biology 2019. Hi, SPM kids. You guys are so sad. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so without further ado, let's look at question. We stopped at 17 last week. So today we're gonna do question 18. Okay, let's look at 18. So shows an organelle of a plant cell. Okay, and what is the effect on damage Q? Okay, so can you see Q? Okay, do you see what Q is? Okay, so Q is basically your chloroplast, right, or chlorophyll. Okay, and this organelle is to carry out photosynthesis. Okay, if this organelle is damaged, what happened is that photosynthesis will not be able to carry out. Am I right? Okay, so when there is no photosynthesis, what will occur? So if there's no photosynthesis, what happens is that oxygen level decreases, concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increases, right? Okay, so the concentration of carbon dioxide increases. Yes, it does make sense. More hydrogen ion, guys, it doesn't. What photosynthesis has to do with hydrogen ion? Okay, wrong. More water molecule are produced. By the way, water is used in photosynthesis. It's not produced. Okay, so it's used instead, but not produced yet. Okay, no changes occur. No changes. You sure about that? Okay, so the answer is obviously A. Okay, next, let's look at 19. Okay, diagram shows a type of organism. Okay, next, how does the organism receive sufficient oxygen? Okay, despite not having respiratory system. Okay, so what happened is that the oxygen can move into the cell from a higher concentration to lower concentration. And we call this process as diffusion. Imagine I fart and you can smell it. Okay, I fart and you smell it. It's basically diffusion, the law of diffusion. Okay, so has a small ratio of total surface. No, it's basically having a large surface area over volume ratio, right? Okay, has a large, yeah, this makes perfect sense. Okay, to increase diffusion, right? Okay, this does make sense to me. Higher concentration, the fresh water contain high concentration of dissolved oxygen. Okay, it does not really tells you how this organism is adapted towards the absorption of oxygen. So I don't think this is right. Okay, has ciliated plants plasma membrane that increases the size of the organism. Not quite right. Okay, so the answer is boy. Yeah? Okay, next, which equation shows oxygen depth? Okay, by the way, what oxygen depth really is? Okay, oxygen depth is when our body, imagine you're running, and your your body has reaches a maximum amount of aerobic respiration, in the sense that you are intaking the highest concentration of oxygen, so your body can't go higher anymore, so aerobic respiration will reach a plateau. Okay, and next what gonna happen is that anaerobic respiration will occur. So when anaerobic respiration occur, they are not using oxygen. At the same time, they are producing lactic acid instead. So it causes an oxygen depth. Yes, correct. Okay, and what happened is that those lactic acid is stored in your muscle, which is why after working out higher, you feel sore. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, so glucose plus oxygen, the moment you see oxygen, you can straight away cut it out. As what I mentioned, oxygen depth without oxygen, okay? So glucose to lactic acid plus energy, that is the best definition. Okay, ethanol, this for yeast. Are you guys yeast? No, right? You are not yeast, right? We are human, right? We are sexy human, bro. Okay, let's continue. 21. Diagram 14 shows respiratory system of an aquatic organism. Okay, what is the adaptation of P for an optimal gases exchange? Okay, So what happened is that in its gill, okay, what is the adaptation? So this gill is covered with large amount of capillary. So when there's large amount of capillary, the diffusion can occur in no time. The rate of diffusion is very high. So carbon dioxide can go out easily. Oxygen can come in easily. So this make the diffusion process. This optimizes the diffusion process. Okay, so has a bony gill up? That's not really the right answer. I don't even know what is it trying to mean. Filament surface which is layered and thick. No, it's thin, yeah. It's not layered. Rich supply of blood capillary, yes, to maintain a constant concentration gradient. To maintain a constant concentration gradient. At the same time, it has a line of gills. It does have a line of gill, but it never tell you how it is adapted towards oxygen diffusion, right? So I would say that C makes perfect sense. Okay, next, let's look at question 22. Okay, total respiratory system. Okay, by the way, this is basically how the human respiratory system look like. Okay, if I'm not wrong, this is alveoli. Yeah. Okay, so you see all these small bubbles, small balloon. Okay, what it does, it increases the surface area, so more oxygen can come in, more oxygen can go out. At the same time, it is moist. Okay, it is a moist surface area. So what happens is that oxygen is allowed to diffuse in very quickly, okay, in a shorter time. Okay, what is the characteristic? So narrow respiratory tract, I don't think it is narrow. Okay, if it's narrow, lesser oxygen is gonna come in. That is not an adaptation. That's wrong, yeah. Has a greater surface area as what I mentioned, right? Yes, it does. Has a counter current mechanism. Counter current. Nope. Okay, arrangement of epithelial cell in layer. Epithelial cell in layer, it does not really justify why it increases the oxygen concentration going in. Okay, the purpose of having larger surface area is to increase the surface area so that more oxygen can diffuse. Okay, when more oxygen diffuse, so the respiratory system of turtle is optimized, so they can breathe. They have no problem in breathing. Okay. I'm running out of words. Ha ha. Okay, boy. Okay, next. 23. A skydiver is at a height of 3 to 48 meters above sea levels, ready for skydiving. Okay, imagine you jump down from KLCC. What is the condition will be faced by the skydiver? Okay, first, intercostal muscle and contract slowly, guys. Imagine you are skydiving, your adrenaline rush, so you are damn tense. The moment you jump down, you stop breathing, you die, bro. You die, bro. Okay, that's not possible. Okay, more oxygen is inhaled, right? More oxygen is inhaled because at high level, remember, yeah, at this high level, right, you have low oxygen concentration because, okay, the air is very thin. Okay, so imagine, oh, I'm not so sure you guys watch this movie. You can go check it out. Everest. It's a very good movie. It's about people, what are the problems and challenges all those hiker face, okay, when they are climbing up, okay, they are ascending towards the Mount Everest, okay, top. So basically, remember, the higher you go, the thinner the air is, okay, the thinner the air is. Okay, when the air is very thin, what happens is that you have trouble breathing because concentration is very low, so air takes longer time to go in, okay. So you need to breathe harder. Okay, more oxygen is inhaled. Yes, correct. Okay, more oxygen is inhaled, okay, to its normal level. Yeah, correct. So peripheral chemoreceptor is less stimulated to send impulses to the medulla. No, it's more stimulated, yeah. Okay, less carbon dioxide is combined with hemoglobin to form carbon. Not quite right. So the answer is boy. Okay, next, let's look at 24. Okay, diagram shows a pyramid of food chain. How much total energy received by the frog? Okay, as what I mentioned, as you go across trophic level, 90% is lost, only 10% is transferred. So only 10% transferred here. I know that the answer here is 985. So you go up again, multiply by 10%. It's just 98.5, right? Okay, so the answer is straightforward, which is A. Okay. Remember, yeah, across trophic level, 10% is transferred, 90% is lost. Loss as you look at me, I'm moving around, energy loss. Okay, what else? You shit it out. Something that you don't eat. For example, when you're eating KFC whatsoever. Chicken, okay, so bones are not being consumed. Okay, so only 10% is transferred, yeah. Okay, let's look at 25. Okay, so first, this organism, it is growing on, I just assume it is growing on a tree branch. Okay, mutualism. Mutualism is when both organism has received an advantageous, receive a benefit from one another. Okay, example, let's say you guys are dating. So you guys, when you guys are dating, it's basically a mutualism. So you get to know somebody that loves you. At the same time, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, oh, they receive gifts from you, you buy something for them. Okay, so mutualism. So you both of you guys mutualize one another. Okay, parasitism is a toxic relationship. Imagine you guys are dating this girl. Oh my god, so damn toxic. So this girl is taking away everything from you, bro, and she's not giving anything for you. Okay, so it's kind of sad. Okay, and parasitism is parasite. Okay, saprophytism. Okay, for saprophytes, it does feed on dead organism. You just imagine zombie, bro. You guys are not zombie, so zombie feeds on dead or decaying organism. Okay, so it's not quite right. Okay, what is commensalism? Commensalism is basically when organism, okay, one organism benefit from another, but this organism does not benefit from one organism benefit, another organism is just neutral. It's like, I don't care, you just take whatsoever you want from me. I don't even care. So as you can see, this organism, the presence of organism, okay, this plant is gonna get benefit, okay, it's gonna get some neutral, it's gonna get a few benefit. Reason being, they are placed higher, so they receive more sunlight, so they can grow more. However, the tree does not lose anything. So basically, it's like, I don't care, you just take whatsoever you want from me. I'm not losing anything. Okay, so the answer is donkey. Yeah. Okay, next, let's look at 26. A group of researchers conducted on research to estimate the size of leatherback sea turtle population that comes ashore. Rantau Abang Beach, Terengganu. Okay, I've never been there. Okay, what conclusion can be made from the data shown? 1985, that's 15, 2155 left, haha, set life. 10, 3, haha, set life. 3, 1, oh my god, guys, turtles are going extinct, man. It's kind of sad though. Okay, in fact, right, most of the turtle, you know what happened on sea level, right? So basically, so what happened is that humans throw all their cheese to the ocean. So for example, plastic, they don't compose. Okay, they don't undergo decomposition. They don't decompose easily. So what happened is that some sea organism, they treat it as a food because they can't really see, so they eat it. The moment they eat it, so this plastic, right, gets stuck in the organism. That is kind of sad. Okay, because the organism can't break down plastic and eventually they die. That's kind of sad. Okay, let's continue, guys. Okay, can you see that the first time you catch 15 turtles and you mark it, then the second time you catch, right? Okay, you have caught 10. So out of 10, 3 of them are being marked already. So you know that you actually caught 7 new turtles. So the total turtles you caught, it's about 22. Okay, in 2015, you catch 5. The second catch, you catch 3. So out of 3, 2 of them, sorry, 1 of them has been marked. So it's basically 5 turtles plus 2 new turtles. So that's about 7 in total. So 7 to 24, the ratio is about 3 times more. Okay, but I'm not so sure why in the answer, right, it's about 4 times. So B, C, D is definitely wrong because the turtle decreased by twice. It doesn't decrease by twice, it decreased by 3 times at least. Okay, so it decreased by thrice at least. Okay, in 7 is 17 for both year. That's not 17. 22 plus 9 is about 29. So this is definitely wrong. Okay, amount of turtle alive in 2015 is 4. Okay, so you can't really tell it's 4 because you have caught a 7 and 7 new one. Okay, so you can't say that 7 new one. Sorry, you have caught 3 that has been marked. So 3 that has been marked, it can't say that all these 3 has been alive from 1985. So this statement is not quite right. So the answer is A, because when you divide it, right, the ratio, it's about 3.1 times more. Okay, so 3.1 times is about, I'm not so sure why they put it as 4 times more, but that is the closest answer it can be. Okay, so next, let's look at 27. Okay, for 27, sewage pollution along a river. And which of the following shows the matching of biochemical oxygen demand BOD level? Okay, as for BOD level, okay, I have A, I have B, so BOD goes back up. So quantity of sewage and quantity of bacteria. Okay, so this is your quantity of bacteria. and distance from river. So as you know, yeah, your BOD level, right, follow exactly as the quantity of bacteria and the quantity of sewage. Okay, so it does have a similar line because bio-oxygen level decreases. Okay, the further it flows, okay, the further it flows, the cleaner the water gets. Okay, so the answer is yes. Okay, this is not quite right because BOD will not increase again unless there is another source of pollution near the end of the river. That doesn't make sense. Okay, and next, BOD, as what I mentioned, as river flows, it gets cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. So this is not quite right. And this does not make sense because this is where your highest is. Okay, this is where your highest, the most polluted water is. So it makes the perfect sense. Okay, so with that said, let's look at 28. Okay, which pollutant reduces the pH value of soil? Okay, reduces pH, it must be acidic, right? Okay, so acidic is basically from your acid rain. Oh my God. Okay, acid rain. And guys, how many type of acid rain you can form? So basically you have nitric acid rain or sulfuric acid rain. So it's basically HNO3 or H2SO4. And sulfuric acid come from sulfur dioxide. So the answer is sulfur dioxide, yeah? Okay, nitric acid comes from nitrogen dioxide, NO2. Okay, next. Which of the following activities causes greenhouse effect? Release of sulfur dioxide from factories that cause acid rain instead, not really greenhouse effect. Okay, release of chlorofluorocarbon from aerosol. Okay, aerosol, it does causes ozone depletion. Okay, because of CFC. So CFC breaks down, okay, CFC breaks down ozone layer into oxygen molecule. So that's not quite right. Release of carbon dioxide. Yes, carbon dioxide is a super crazy greenhouse gas. Okay, so the answer is C. Oh, by the way, guys, carbon monoxide is toxic. So let me tell you a story. Let's say if you want to, that is not a very good story to tell. Okay, so imagine last time people want to commit, if someone that want to commit suicide in a least painful way. So what happened is that very simple. You just turn on your aircon in your room, and what happened is that you just get your barbecue stove here, then you just throw some charcoal, then you just smell it. So the moment you smell it, what happens is that carbon monoxide goes into your blood and it binds with hemoglobin. So what happens is that oxygen is not being transported to your body and you die. So basically, that is the least painful way to die. Carbon monoxide is toxic gas. Okay. Okay, guys, let's look at 30. So for 30, you have P and Q. Okay, you know that this is your, we call it as neutral fuel. And what about Q? Q, we call it as lymphocyte. Okay, so Q, we call it as lymphocyte. So white blood cell. Okay, so your answer is donkey. Okay, next. Okay, let's look at 31. Okay, you have normal blood pressure and it goes up to J. Yeah, it goes up to J. So J increases at cardiac muscle of the heart and smooth. So it does go up, right? So what happens is that your heart will break, your cardiac muscle will contract faster, and your smooth muscle of artery also will contract. You will contract better or will contract more. Okay, so J definitely is increasing. So do you see that there is a drop? Okay, when there is a drop, what happens is that your cardiac muscle is contracting at a lower rate, so it is decreasing. So you can say that decrease at cardiac muscle of the heart and smooth muscle of artery. That is quite right. Okay, decrease of cardiac muscle, decrease doesn't cause the blood pressure to go up. So the moment I see decrease, decrease, Okay, next, increase but decrease in the smooth muscle. As what I mentioned, okay, when heart beating faster, contracting more, what happens is that your smooth muscle will follow the same pace. Basically, the heart is basically like the CPU. So when something works faster, what happens is that all your body, all your other part of body will get regulated and even work faster. So they will contract and contract at the same time. So your answer is A. Yay. Sexy. Good. 32. A husband and wife just had a baby. Wee! She. Okay, next, they refuse the vaccination for the baby. So how would the couple to be convinced? Oh wow, vaccine. Okay, vaccination allows baby white blood cell to produce antibody against the pathogen. Okay, yes, it does. Okay, because vaccine contains inactive pathogen. So the moment it is introduced into our body, what happens is that our body will trigger an immune response to fight the inactive pathogen. Okay, next, antibody produced will remain in the baby bloodstream. Yes, it does remain, but for a short period of time. Okay, vaccination can protect the baby from all type. Are you sure? How about corona baby? You sure can protect from coronavirus? You sure? No, right? No. Okay, injected vaccine contains selected antibody to protect from pathogen infection. Okay, yes, this does look quite right. Oh, sorry, it's not selected antibodies. It's basically selected inactive, as what I mentioned, inactive pathogen. Yeah. So inactive pathogen is not selected antibody. So the answer is 1 and 2. Okay, next. K33 set up for an export experiment. Okay, and which of the following factor caused the air bubble to move from L to M in the shortest period of time? Okay, so basically we are studying the rate of transpiration. Okay, so you are studying rate of transpiration. So in order for plants to have high transpiration, the temperature must be super high. Okay, then the humidity must be super low. Okay, at the same time, the light intensity must be super high. That's it. Okay, so surrounding temperature decrease, meh? You just imagine transpiration is how plants sweat. How can plants sweat more when temperature is low? Not possible. Wrong. Okay, relative humidity increases. As what I mentioned, no, you must have a dry humidity, only the plant will sweat more. Okay, light intensity decreases. Not quite right. Oh, I forgot. There is one more, which is air movement. Your air movement must be very fast. Imagine it's very windy. So what happens is that when it's windy, so the water molecule will diffuse faster. Okay, so the answer is donkey. Sexy? Okay, 34. The following information shows the function of part of human brain, control center of the body temperature, control the, okay, so basically by looking at it, I know the answer is straight away your hypothalamus, right? Oh my God. Hypothalamus. That's it. So the answer is hypothalamus. Okay, control center to detect thirst and hunger is also hypothalamus, yeah? So that's all for today, and I hope you guys find this video helpful. So we have done 17 questions in less than 20 minutes. Okay, that is a very good time provided I do the explanation. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you guys have any doubts or any questions, so feel free to check the website out, or feel free to comment down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe, and do feel free to comment below if you guys have any word for improvement maybe. Okay, that's all for today, and see ya. Bye.